words I have to say.
And here we go. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Samurai, and I'm here with a good friend of the channel, Sean.
Yes, correct. I love going to the movies, and I'm glad that Sam finally took me up on this offer.
Yeah, so we do this basically, try to do it like every week. So today we will be watching an A24. Huh? Do we have anything over here? Oh no, we're just filming ourselves. Oh, sorry. So that was one of the employees wondering what we were doing. But anyhow, we are watching an A24 film. So Sean here, I personally think he's a movie buff.
All right. Well, like certain film critics can articulate things a certain way. You know, I just try my best with my own voice to. I just love watching movies.
Okay.
Yeah.
But, so you've seen like a lot of the A24.
Yes, A24 is a great distributor. Like they've really found a niche with like I'd say the young 20 to 30-year-old demographic. They have a history of finding these kind of interesting, eccentric films and really capitalized on, I guess, like the modern film school kid. Yep. And they've kind of found talent that matches and find ways, I guess, to pick up the torch, so to speak, of like a lot of the films that people enjoy when they went to college or those exposures. So I think
Yeah. So, I mean, what are you expecting out of this movie? So we are watching Men.
Yes.
I haven't mentioned that. So Men, new film from A24.
Yes,
studio.
correct. Yeah, so Men is directed by Alex Garland. He's done films such as Ex Machina. He was also a screenwriter for some old Danny Boyle films, such as Sunshine. There's one more. It's not coming to my mind at the moment. But he's always usually worked within those genres: science fiction, metaphysics, philosophy. He also did recently the film Annihilation with Natalie Portman.
I've heard that.
So in his recent work, he's definitely concerned about ideas. He's been more focused on, I guess, the way he presents his ideas. So I expect some abstraction with the visuals. I've only seen the trailer for this movie. I imagine the film's going to have to deal with, the problems of men in society, and especially when it comes to women. And I think that a lot of the horror in this film is going to be psychological. There'll probably be some intense imagery as well. I don't expect it to be easy to understand, and it may be a film that even after we discuss the film afterwards, I may need to process it some more. Okay. So basically, I'll only be able to give my visceral kind of thoughts on the film itself.
Yeah. So right after the movie, we're gonna come out and do this again, and our little review, non-spoiler review actually.
Yeah, non-spoilers.
So again, we are here watching an A24 film, Men. So stay tuned, and we'll be back after the movie.
Yeah.
And again, I'm Samurai. This is Sean. We'll see you in a bit.
That sounds good. Mahalo.
You stayed with us. We just finished watching the movie. First of all, I would like to say it's something that when you see it, you can't unsee.
Correct.
It's pretty graphic. Just to let everybody know you plan on watching the movie. So it was Men, an A24 film. It was a psychological
thriller. With horror, but it really becomes a body horror. I would say it falls into the body horror category of films. I would say there are scenes in this film that would make the director David Cronenberg very happy. He's a Canadian director. He's known for stuff that are similar to this, where it kind of focuses on the human body. Why do we find this element disgusting? What makes this cool or unique? Or why do we get grossed out by this? And it really goes to interesting territories. And I think this film touches on this. I have no idea if Alex Garland had Cronenberg in mind when he was making this film, but continue.
I was about to say, in the past couple months, this is my third A24 film.
Okay.
And every time after watching any of these films, like the 3 films, I would always go online to
an explanation
of the ending. I eventually will go into this, but as of right now, I want Sean's opinion on what his thoughts and everything.
So, I would definitely say this film is resoundingly in the art film category. It's not going to spoon feed you the answers. It's not like a Marvel movie where you can see the plot, like the threads of the plot coming together. It's more concerned with the imagery, what the plot evokes within you, like emotionally or just otherwise. And it's not going to spoon feed you the movie. So even everyone's going to, if you would go online, like you said, and like analyze this movie, there's going to be few people that like have they'll have overarching themes to the plot, but it's all about your own interpretation of what the movie did for you.
Yeah, because I thought it was biblical. We're not gonna
spoil it. I would just say, like, to what Sam said at the intro at this video, the top of the video rather, it is a pretty graphic film. It goes to unsettling places. Especially if this is your first foray into art films, I would say there are other films to start with. If you just like horror, very good movie. I think it succeeds. It definitely is an unsettling film. So it does what it's supposed to do, in my opinion. It's a well-made film, beautiful. I mean, I don't know what you thought, but
I enjoyed the film.
Yeah. But like, it takes its time getting to the build-up of the film.
I was trying to figure it out as I go.
Yes, but it does what a lot of indie films do, is that it slowly starts to sink in symbols and themes visually or just narratively, and it kind of starts to ramp up near the second or third act rather in the film. Yeah, and so I mean, I just for me, I'm still curious, because you said you haven't seen a lot of movies like this.
Yeah.
Would you like to see more movies like
I wouldn't mind, because I am a fan of horror films.
Yes,
and I know you are as well.
Yeah.
So, but A24, I mean, not that I just barely discovered it, but I just recently just watched these movies. Like, they came out with one, like X. I've seen X.
Oh, X, yes. It came out this year in 2022. It's a throwback to 70s slasher films.
And then also I watched that Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Yes.
I watched it with you.
Yes, you did.
And then you enjoyed it, right?
I love that film.
Yeah.
In fact, I would say it's the best movie I've seen this year.
Okay.
And I still say that.
It was a good movie.
Yeah.
Going into this, I saw the trailer for this one, but going into it, I was expecting like just a straight horror film, like how X was. But then, like, it's more of a psychological thriller.
Correct, yes.
So, like I said, I thought it was biblical, because certain things in there, certain scenes.
It is biblical, and I think it's not just... It definitely I would say it leans in on the religious imagery a bit. And we're not going to talk into plot points. But I think it's just one aspect, and I have to watch the film a second time. I'm sure if I were to find other themes... Like, there's a police officer that's involved in a lot of the films. I think it uses these imageries to find different, I guess, elements of the title in society, and maybe how that's not such a great thing. And I can't go into detail into that without spoiling the film.
There's one thing that stuck with me, is like, it was like the main character was given like an ultimatum. No matter what decision the main character made, it will haunt for the rest of
her life.
Yeah. So that's what I was trying to figure out, but then
unfairly too as well. Yeah, it's just it's brutal.
Yeah, it is brutal. So like there are scenes in there you can't unsee. Like I said, I didn't mind. It wasn't a jump scare or anything. It's like,
no, but this is the kind of horror that I enjoy as a filmmaker, as a film goer. It's gory.
Yeah,
but I would say, because it sticks with you, you're going to think about these images for a while.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And to me, that's better than, or I enjoy that. Not necessarily enjoy, but I appreciate that more than
that's the word. Yeah.
A jump scare, which is what you would see in like a Poltergeist. Again, fun movies, but I'm not going to walk away like kind of disturbed by the film. It's a fun horror film, right? Poltergeist or Friday the 13th or whatever. But films like this can be genuinely terrifying, especially you know what I mean. And so this is the type of horror that I like. Because it makes you think about it.
Yeah.
It forces you to think about it, just because, again, as you put it earlier, you haven't seen a lot of images like this before.
But it's like, I was thinking like, wow, they actually showed this in a movie that's playing at a movie theater. So it's,
I got more recommendations for you, buddy.
Okay,
I'm just kidding.
I I don't mind watching it.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Anything else to add before we end the video?
No, again, if you're familiar with this kind of stuff, I wouldn't say, and if you've seen Alex Garland's other work, I would definitely say it's a continuation of his past two films, for sure, as I kind of even mentioned at the first part of the video. Especially some of the imagery you might find in Annihilation, which cites another filmmaker. It's a Russian filmmaker. Oh man, I can't remember his name at the time. But Annihilation is very much kind of concerned with similar things with nature, and it does build upon that.
I've seen the trailer for that. I just haven't watched the movie.
Yes. So there are some elements of the visuals that you can find comparable in Annihilation. Not to the same extremes, but like some of the morphs and the desolation of nature as well, or isolation in nature and the destruction around nature, I think you can find in Annihilation as well.
Yeah.
So clearly it's an extension of his thoughts from before.
Okay. I guess I've had to have seen the movies to really
Yes.
truly understand
Yeah.
this one.
But I recommend the movie. It's definitely worth seeing.
I mean, we would like to do this again, so
Yeah.
just let us know, comment. So if you do like this video, please like, comment, subscribe, and also hit that notification bell. And anything to add before we sign out?
No, I'm just happy to be on the channel.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we'll catch you on the next one. I'm Samrak. This is Sean.
See you guys.